What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the AFC South Roundtable. This is your NFL Week 9 preview show. We got the usual suspects, Ruben with the Houston Texans, Derek Larger with the Indianapolis Colts, UCF Jaguar with the Jags, and Titan Rossi with the Titans. It's time to get into the previews. We got some great games lined up this week. A lot will be decided this week. You know, can the Titans secure a bottom spot? I think that's what they're looking for. Jags, are you going to start going on a run, or are you just going to take your foot off the gas and try to secure a nice draft pick? Colts, this is a season-defining game. No Anthony Richardson. We're talking about Joe Flacco and the Houston Texans. Can you keep winning? You actually play tonight, Thursday night football, man, against the New York Jets. Let's go ahead and dive right in without hesitation. But before we do, we want you to know this stream is being powered by BetUS. Take advantage of a 150% sign-up bonus on BetUS up to $2,000, ladies and gentlemen. All right, using code YouTube 150. All right, take advantage of that. YouTube 150. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. Remember, BetUS is not just a sports book. It's live betting, casino. It also has BetUS TV, where you can get all the latest on all sports news and sports shows on BetUS TV. So make sure you check that out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. Tennessee Titans at home versus the New England Patriots. Derek, how do you see this game playing out?
Well, I mean, this is definitely another garbage one right here for sure. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. Drake May has been a very interesting pick here. And, you know, the Tennessee Titans, they seem to start these games off really well, but they just aren't quite able to finish games. So I don't know. Drake May could have himself a solid game. I'm willing to say that last game against the Lions was a little bit of an outlier for how good the defense actually is for Tennessee. I think the offense just kind of put the defense in a bad situation at times. So I will say that I think the Tennessee Titans are actually going to rebound here. Wow. And they're going to do what Titan Rossi hopes they don't, and they'll actually beat New England. And they'll go 2-6. I'm going to actually say the score is 20-17.
2017 Titans. What you got on it, Ruben?
You know, I have this being a victory for the New England Patriots. They're coming off of a, gutsy win against the New York Jets. I don't think Tennessee's a good football team, man. They're just a situation waiting to collapse. However, I do have this one being close. Let's go 17-14 New England Patriots.
17-14 New England. UCF?
Yeah, look, the worst thing going for the Titans right now is that the Patriots won last week, because terrible teams don't go on win streaks, okay? So, unfortunately, I do have the Titans winning this game 17-16. I'm sorry, Rossi. You're going to have to hope Carolina Panthers win some games, because these guys are going to royally fuck up this Sunday.
Rossi, what you got on your team, man?
Yeah, I mean, I think Drake May might have got a concussion in the last game. I was reading a little bit about it. So, I mean, who knows if he plays this game? Brissett came in and did okay during the game. The Titans, they do okay in like holding teams to very few yards. I mean, surprisingly, they're still number one in the NFL in yards against per game, which is, mind-blowingly shocking. But the special teams has been it's been a big issue this year for the Titans, like a major issue. They're already talking about firing Colt Anderson, the special teams coach. I mean, it's been absolutely terrible. The turnovers. I don't know if Will Levis is going to play or not. I think if Will Levis is healthy, he should play. I mean, Mason Rudolph just, yes, he's been able to push the ball down the field a little bit, but I think, if you already suck this bad, like, you might as well put Levis in just for the hell of it. I mean, why not? You know what I mean? It's not like, with the Colts, they still have an opportunity to win some games. Like, they're not an awful football team. the Titans are an awful football team. With that being said, the Titans lose this game. I think they lose this game. I'm going to say, they're not going to score over 17. I'll say I don't know, man. New England 20, Titans 13.
New England 20, Titans 13. Interesting. Oh, man. Let's go over to the next game of the week. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road versus the Eagles. Let's start right back with you, Titan Rossi. How do you see this one faring out?
Yeah. What's that game again? I'm sorry.
The Jags and Eagles.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, the Eagles have been playing better. I've checked out a few of their games. I mean, Barkley has had a really good season. I don't think Jacksonville's really got a strong chance in this game. With that being said, I mean, Jacksonville has played some teams close. You know what I mean? It's like Trevor Lawrence is not. I don't think he's having a terrible season. I think it sucks about Brian Thomas Jr. Because he's been awesome for Jacksonville, but I'm going to say the Eagles win this game. We'll say 27-20.
Eagles 27-20. Take it away, Derek.
Yeah, I don't see this as another game where Jacksonville wins. I mean, Philadelphia, even with some of the issues they've had, they get some really great performances from some guys on that offense, and the amount of injuries that Jacksonville is taking, and their defense has been suspect at best. So it's just not a favorable matchup for them against Philly. I'll take Philly with the ladder here. I'll go 28-17.
28-17, man. All right, Ruben, what's your take on this one?
Yeah, I have the Eagles winning this one. They're winners of their last three. It seems like they are figuring it out. Saquon Barkley, having himself a fantastic season. Jalen Hurts getting active as well. I do think, however, that Trevor Lawrence is going to have another nice performance like he did against the Green Bay Packers, but it's just not going to be enough. The Philadelphia Eagles will win this game 24, and the Jaguars will have 17.
Man, UCF, how do you see the conclusion of this game?
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad because I honestly keep picking against the Jaguars every week, but I will say I actually do think that this game is a pretty good matchup for the Jaguars. And while the Eagles have been winning, they're on a 3-game winning streak, but they're beating trash opponents. I mean, it's not like they're beating teams of that much substance. And I actually do think the Jaguars actually pull off an upset here. I know I've been very bad about picking against the Jaguars and stuff this year, but the Jaguars don't have a bad roster. And if they get it all together, I mean, they can win pretty much any game out there. I mean, they almost beat the 5-2 Packers just last weekend. I think that the Eagles might sleepwalk through this game a little bit, and the Jaguars kind of come with a surprising punch in this game. So yeah, I'm gonna say the Jaguars win this one. I think there's gonna be some points scored. I'll say the Jaguars win this one 28-27.
28-27, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Let's move forward to the next game of the week. We have the Indianapolis Colts on the road versus the Minnesota Vikings. Ruben, you kick this one off.
Man, if the fact that it's Joe Flacco going out there makes me feel a little bit different about this game. No, absolutely not. It's going to be, a good win by Minnesota. They're going to bounce back, man. With Indy, they're going to have to go through Jonathan Taylor. When healthy, he's one of the best running backs in the NFL. Get Josh Downs involved, and maybe you have yourself a chance. But no, the Indianapolis Colts are going to lose this game. Let's go 30-21.
30-21, UCF.
Yeah, I mean, for this one, it's a little bit tough. I don't know. I actually think that the Colts actually pull out a victory here. The Colts, they randomly just come out with good games, and the Vikings, I think they're coming back down to earth a little bit. I think we were all surprised at the way they started, and I think with this one, they do pull out a win, and I think it's going to have Colts fans just wondering what the heck is going on. So I'll say that the Colts win this one. I'll say 24-21.
24-21. Rossi, what you got on it?
I mean, I'm kind of with UCF on this. The fact that Flacco is playing, I think it's going to give the Colts a boost. it seems like it always does. You know what I mean? How long does it last is the question. But I think it's going to give them a boost. And like I said, I mean, the Colts are not a terrible football team. Like, and when Flacco has played this year, I mean, 7 TDs, 1 interception. I mean, he's been phenomenal when he's been for the most part. He's been really good when he has played for the Colts. They're able to move the football down the field. They got Jonathan Taylor back. Like, the defense has been playing a little better. Minnesota's kind of been hit or miss lately. I mean, Darnold played a lot better this last game than the last couple games. So he did kind of bounce back. But I'm going to give the Colts the win, man. I'm going to say the Colts 27 and the Vikings 24.
Ooh, Derek, you're getting some love, man. Talk to us. What's your take on it?
I love it. I love that you guys have so much confidence in my team and I don't. The only reason I don't see the Colts winning this game is because, for one, Minnesota has the extra time. They played 10 days ago.
Yeah.
So they'll have 10 days to be able to plan for this game and understand what they're going to do. And on top of it, we saw what happened in the last game against Minnesota, where they got robbed of their opportunity to have a chance to beat the Lions in primetime, or the Rams in primetime. So, I think that Minnesota is going to come out in this firing and ready to go. They're going to be energized in front of their home crowd. I do think the Colts can definitely keep it modest, and I think they have the tools necessary. But I will say this. We saw what happened the last time the Indianapolis Colts played Minnesota in Minnesota, and it was one of the worst comebacks in NFL history. It might have been the worst comeback in NFL history. You lose from being up 33 in their last one. So I don't know, man. I can't really say with confidence that the Colts are going to win, but I'll say 27-21.
27-21. Not with confidence, though. Time will tell, all right? Well, I guess here we are. Last game of the week in the division, which is tonight. We have the Houston Texans 6-2 versus the Jets, who are 2-6, all right? But they are not to be slept on, okay? This will be an interesting game. I can't wait to see how this one turns out. We're going to go right back with you, Derek, then Titan Rossi, then UCF, and then Ruben to close it out. Derek, what's your take?
I mean, the Jets are a really bad football team right now. I mean, they have some really great pieces, but they're just not putting it together. And I mean, is it confirmed yet that Rodgers is not playing this week, or is it like close? I have no idea. Even if he was playing, I don't think that the Jets are going to figure this one out. I don't think it's going to be another one of those ones that we saw last season where they just had a complete shit the bed moment. Even with some of the wideouts that they're missing, Houston's able to run the football very well. CJ Stroud isn't turning the ball over. As long as he does that, then Houston is going to be able to maintain this game. I will say that this will be a final score of 27-17.
Yeah. When it is Nico, does he have a chance to come back this week?
No, he'll be back against Detroit.
It would be the next week. Okay. I think they're struggling a lot. I mean, you look at Stephon Diggs being out for the year, which sucks because he was on my fantasy team. So there goes that. But yeah, I think, with the receivers they have right now, it's just a struggle, especially you got Nico and Stephon Diggs out. So I don't think it's going to be as high scoring. I think the Texans do pull it out, though. And look, the Texans are 6-2, man. Like, they are number 2 in the AFC conference right now, like number 2 seed if it was to end today. And yes, have they played the way that they should be playing at times? No. But they're still a good football team, and we forget last season too. It's not like they were a 13-4 team or 14-3 team. they kind of slid in there at the end, and like, yes, with the roster that they have, the pieces that they brought on, should they be beating teams more than they are now? Should they look better? Should CJ Stroud look better and this and that? I mean, probably so, but at the same time, it's still a second year. He's not going through some crazy slump like some people thought he would. He's still making plays here and there, and I think they can get it together. Will it happen this week offensively? Probably not. I mean, they need to run the football for sure, but with Nico coming back, that's going to be a huge win for them. So I'm still going to say the Texans win this ball game. I think it's going to be like, type of like a 20-14 type of game, a 23-17 type of game.
Man, oh man. All right, we're gonna go to UCF Jaguar next. Yeah, I mean, this one's funny because, like, man, the Jets, I think, are a great case study because they're just a team that has all this talent all over the place when it comes to just key pieces, like just raw talent all over the place, but they organizationally suck, and that's why they're 2-6 right now. But we can't forget that last year they actually surprisingly pulled off a victory against the Houston Texans, and it was kind of a dark day for the Texans because it was a day where CJ Stroud got hurt, and then he actually got sidelined a couple of weeks after that one. But man, with this one, I feel like the Jets might actually surprise some people. And playing at home on Thursday Night Football, sometimes teams like this win when you least expect it. And I think right now the Texans are a little bit vulnerable. So I'm actually say that the Jets actually pull out a surprise win here, especially with some of the pieces out on the Texans offense, because the Jets still have somewhat of a defense, even though it has been playing as good as it should have been expected. So I'll say the Jets pull off an upset here and win 21-20.
21-20. All right, man. Ruben, this is your game. What do you have on it?
It's going to come down to, once again, this Houston Texans defense making life horrible for Aaron Rodgers. He's probably the least mobile quarterback we are going to face all year. Will Anderson Jr., Daniil Hunter, they're going to be going crazy out there. We did have Azeez Al-Shaair and Jimmy Ward come back to practice today, so that is a good sign. To me, on the offense, man, it's just going to be, can we protect CJ Stroud? Is Kenyon Green benched again in this week? And maybe we see Kendrick Green starting that left guard. Who knows? But Joe Mixon is once again going to be asked to be the reason why this offense gets going. Can number 3 Tank Dell go up against Sauce Gardner and have himself a day? If you go back in college, Tank Dell won that matchup pretty easily. But I have the Houston Texans winning this one, a close one. Let's go 17-10 Houston Texans.
17-10 Houston Texans. Sound like a defensive battle. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. AFC South Roundtable NFL Week 9 preview. Once again, this stream was being powered by BetUS. Take advantage of 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, up to $2,000 using code YouTube150. All right. Make sure that you gamble responsibly. Again, BetUS is not just the sports book. It has the live betting, casino race book, and so much more like BetUS TV. You can check out all of the sports channels right here on BetUS TV, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you go check it out. All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Until next time, we shall see you soon right here on the AFC South Roundtable. Peace. We are out.